Hey everybody, just wanted to say hello again, and I'm going to do a little bit of showing off today. But before I get started, I want to thank you all that have viewed any of my videos, or especially those that have subscribed to my channels. Thank you for following. It means a lot that there are people out there that care enough to see all the videos that I'm going to put out. So thank you again, I appreciate it. And anyone that's appreciating this video right now, feel free to click on that subscribe button for me. But without further ado, let's get into the snakes. This is Kutari. Kutari is a Suriname boa, a true red tail boa. I acquired her from Matt at World Class Boas. I'm doing my thing again, I'm sorry. You guys can, I had that counter that one time. You guys can just count by yourself. Grab a legal pad, I'll give you a minute. Okay, got your legal pad. Just make a tally mark every time I say all right? You can let me know how many times I did it. So, really beautiful peaks on her. Really big in size already. She's growing like a weed. Let me show you here. Let's get her out of this death coil that she has me in. And, yeah, I know, you want to wrap around me some more. I know. Look at that. She got fat really quick. She's eating about once every 10 to 14 days, but she's growing as if she's eating every freaking day. So let me get a little closer here. The thing that I really like about Matt's snakes is all of this pink. If you can see that right there, that is just incredible. That tail too. There's one thing that I've liked about his particular bloodline, his particular lineage of snakes, is he's got one in his breeding collection. It's a male, a wild caught. And I think that's about all we know about it at this point, but it seems as though, and Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems as though every single litter that his pairings have where he is the male just come out incredibly pink. Like that's, again, I don't know if the camera can see that or not, but it's like salmon iridescence, or like trout. But very beautiful snake, and he's growing really well. So, sorry, I lose track of where I am sometimes. This is real life, right? Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna bring out a couple more snakes. I'm not gonna bring them all out because some of them I've recently fed, and I'm not gonna handle them. I fed them earlier today, and I totally forgot I was gonna be making this video, but a really good rule of thumb is if you're gonna feed your snakes, give them the rest of the day off. Don't handle them for that day. Let them digest. You don't want them to regurgitate. Anytime I've had one of my snakes regurgitate in any way, it takes another feeding or two before they get back into the rhythm. It just really seems like it throws them off. Hard on their digestive system. So give them the day off when you feed them. So for that reason, I'm only gonna be showing you the ones that have not eaten. So I'll meet you guys back out here in a moment with another snake, and we'll take you through a short tour of the snake family so far, with a couple of exceptions. This is Nagini. She is voted second most likely to bite me while I'm on camera. So if I get bit, I'm gonna try not to curse. I'll do my best. Kind of a potty mouth in real life, but I try not to let that portray here. But she is, well, she's kind of mean, but if you hold her for a little while, she's starting to hiss already. But she is a short-tailed boa, also known as a Bolivian or Brazilian boa, an Amaral's boa. And she's gonna be a little bit different here because I don't know if it's hard for you to see, but in the sun, she's considerably more orange. Whereas Matt's World Class boa is a lot more pink. I see a lot more orange in her. She's got some of the pinks, but if you look even on her head, see if I can get her nice and close for you. If you look on her head, there's considerably more orange there. And she's already thinking about taking a nice big chomp out of me. Yeah? You gonna be in a good mood now, huh? Are we gonna be able to work through this? Can we get along? Can we get along? Yeah? She is a good eater. She doesn't like me though. She doesn't like my voice. But a little bit about her is, I think out of all of them that I have, she is one of the fastest growing ones. I picked her up from the Tinley Park Expo last year, which is going to be coming up again in a couple days. I think it's running the 10th and 11th of this year at the Tinley Park Expo Center. That'll be NARBC. So I'll be there. but I picked her up last year. Oh yeah, you're not happy. You're not happy. You gotta keep hissing at me like that? So this is her, very similar to a Suriname. Nice big peaks on it. You can see she's got some beautiful big old peaks on there. But I can sense my time of getting tagged is coming. She's gonna get me. So far it's only Zeus that's gotten me, but she will eventually get the best of me, I know it. But anytime that one of the snakes bites me, I want to reiterate, I actually haven't iterated yet, so let me iterate. That's my fault, okay? Snakes don't know what to make of us. When you're generally fairly high up the food chain, when you suddenly feel threatened, it's like they don't know exactly what to do aside from just biting to defend themselves. Right now, I haven't convinced her. She's not old enough, she's not mellow enough yet. She thinks I'm a predator. And I gotta work with her quite a bit. I gotta handle her some more. I haven't had a whole lot of chance lately, but that's why. It's never really a snake's fault. They're just trying to make sure that they can live through another day. The only other time I've been bit was by Lorelei when I was feeding her. She just got excited, missed the mouse and hit my hand. She let go right away. So anyone that's afraid of being bit by snakes, it doesn't hurt. You get a real big snake, yeah, it might a little, but if they know you're not food, they're pretty good at letting go right away. And if they don't, there's some really well-known tricks on YouTube for that. But she doesn't want to bite because she doesn't want to start a situation. So she's being defensive. You can see she's essed up a bit, and she's gonna she'll track my hand if I move back and forth. But apart from that, this is her. Nice. One more look here. Nice, beautiful colors, huh? Look at that. There's some of that pink there, and some of the orange back here. So I'm gonna put her back before she gets too much more pissed at me, and I'll bring out another one. All right, see you guys. Here's Lorelei. This is what happens when a snake gets loose in your house for about 2.5 to 3 weeks and doesn't get food. All of the other snakes had some pretty interesting growth spurts in their first couple months of me having them. I was able to feed her for a while, but she escaped through the glass in her tank, which is a very, very, very thin piece. If you own any of the vision cages, you know what I'm talking about. It's just the area between the front panel and the back panel of glass. She was able to get her way out of there, but she didn't get the same growth spurt that the others, so she's a little smaller right now. Still has a beautiful tail. We're still trying to kind of fatten her up a bit. She's still skinny, and you know, with snake metabolisms, it takes a while for them to catch up. She looks healthy. She's just very small. Look at that compared to the last 2 snakes I've had out here. She's a Suriname, and I can't recall right now if I got her from Underground Reptiles or LLL. Either way, her, she and another came from, which I'll bring out in a little bit here, came from one of those 2 sources, and although they didn't come from a specific breeder of them, I think they're still absolutely beautiful nonetheless. She, out of all of them that I have, has the fewest amount of saddles, which is pretty neat. That's one thing that I've always liked about her. She's also a very, very light cream color. So you can see she's skinny, but eating well. Gotta take it slow with her. I don't want to, give her something real big and then she'll regurgitate it and then I'm back at ground zero. So this is her. This is the one that I was fretting over losing for a while, and I gave you guys the updates. I was so happy to find her, and I think she's coming up to a shed pretty soon because she's really darkened up a bit. You probably can't see so much of the light color that I'm talking about, but still got that big red beautiful tail on there. So hopefully she'll hit a growth spurt a little bit later and she'll catch up with the others. But yeah, so far so good. See you guys in a sec. All right, so this is Kajana. I got her from Underground Reptiles. I just had to take a moment to clarify that. I forgot who was who and where I got them from, but he is a beautiful male Suriname. Bring him in a little bit closer here because he is that really, really nice iridescent right now. I don't know again how that camera's picking that up, but absolutely gorgeous snake. On the smaller side, not growing as fast as the others like Kutari or Pokegron. But nonetheless, completely beautiful. He was my second Suriname. Lorelei was my first Suriname, and he is doing pretty well. As you can see, not as big as the others, but Surinames do not grow very fast, and sometimes it just all depends on the lineage. For instance, Matt's world-class boa that I have is growing quite quickly, and the Suriname that I have from Kemper is growing really, really fast. Absolutely a monster. He is humongous so far. So just a matter of what's in the blood, you know. So just wanted to give you a chance to. I'm getting bombed out by this damn tree behind me, and if I get hit in the head with one of those walnuts, I better get views for that. So putting my life on the line for you guys. I hope you understand that. So I'll be out in a minute with another snake. And last but certainly not least, my sweetheart Zeus, who is also voted least likely to bite me, and yet somehow the only one of two that ever has. She must have just been having a bad day, because she took a good chomp out of me. She let go right away, hardly bled, hardly scarred. She didn't really put that much force into it. It was just clamp, done. I didn't even know what happened, and it was over. That's it. Wash it out with some soap, and we're golden. So, speaking of golden, she is just your standard boa, common boa. And I've introduced her before, but I just wanted to show you how she's doing. She was sick back in the day. I actually have a vlog video of me driving and taking her to the vet. Just drying her off a bit here, she's kind of wet. Taking her to the vet and just kind of seeing what I could do to help her out. I paid about probably $250 worth of medications and such, just to kind of clear out an upper respiratory, or it would seem to be a respiratory infection that got her really not feeling well at all. I can't talk today. Okay, bear with me, please. Did I scare you? Did I scare you? But she is as calm as can be, except of course when you get her in the face, like I just did. But her food drive, her prey drive is very, very strong. So she may accidentally bite if she's going for food, but she has never bit in any kind of aggression, and it's pretty rare for me to have any kind of aggression come from one of these snakes. It just doesn't happen. So she is completely gorgeous. I'll show you here. Really, really beautiful scales. Just wow. See that tail there? I mean, that's just gorgeous. But she, to anyone who is afraid of snakes, she's the one that I'll actually have sit with me on my bed. I'll watch something on my computer, I'll play a game with her, and I'll put her just across my lap or something, and she will sit there and not move for literally an hour and a half, 2 hours, before she finally just kind of starts to feel like, okay, I need to get somewhere else now. But she'll just kind of lay and take in whatever warmth I have for hours on end. So she's a great snake to just kind of sit with and do your thing with. And yeah, you can see she's getting really, really big, but she's still young, so she's got a bit of growing left to do. She'll probably become like a, maybe a 6-7 footer. I don't think she's going to be huge. She won't be as big as some of the other ones that I have back there, but she's older than the others, which is why she's so much bigger. But I got her off of Craigslist last year, and she's just an awesome snake. I am really glad that she came into my life, so very cool. Yeah, I've given you my share of medicine and shots and nursed you to health and all that. Yeah, I know you're appreciative. I know you can show your appreciation by biting me in the face. Yeah. Cracks me up. She has... all boas have this, but for some reason to me it really stands out. She's got that mustache and that goatee on the front of her face. I mean, look at that. She looks like Guy Fawkes or something, you know? So that's been it for now, guys. I'll give you another update with the rest of them in a bit, probably in a couple days when they've had a chance to digest and relax. And I think a couple of them may be starting to go into shed too, so we'll see. It might be a week or two. So, but you'll see me soon. Thanks again for subscribing, and I'll catch you next time.